what's going on. Got a different colored bike on the bench.
Yes.
The black, gray, and red.
Is it mineral silver?
It's mineral silver, but it's gray. It's clearly gray.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how long it's going to be gray for, but for right now, it's gray.
Yes.
And you took possession of this the other day. Luckily, we had some good weather and got some break-in miles on it. Got 405. Would have liked to see another 100. We'll be all right because you're going to go do some riding on it in sunny weather.
Yes.
So that's pretty sweet. Today, we're just going to accomplish the first service as always. So we can get it broken in. We got our checklist. This is what we're going to do. They've really slimmed it down for the new version. It's pretty much just an oil change and chain check.
Okay.
And fluid level checks, but no steering head bearing anymore or other work needed. But it does still have that rev limiter, which I'm sure you found a couple times.
I call it the pesky rev limiter.
Yes, perhaps it is pesky because it comes in so early, right when you need to pass a vehicle.
Yes.
It's almost dangerous.
Yep, 9,000 RPM, right?
Yep. So what we're going to do first is reset up our service state and get rid of that limit.
Nice.
We're just waiting for it to identify the motorcycle. I already went through and checked the vehicle history, which is just checking it for any open recalls. There are none.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Lovely.
Oh, we got a fault code. What did you do?
No, I wheelied it. No.
Yep. Nope. It was for me doing a burnout.
Okay. You did it.
I did it. It was my fault. I mean, I didn't do a burnout.
Yeah.
Never. Bye-bye fault code.
Nice. Just like that, it's gone?
Just like that. It's going to turn itself off and on.
Lovely.
And
I see that.
it's going to read all the computers on the bike. So these are all the connected modules that are on your motorcycle: the dash, the electronic suspension, the tire pressure monitor, the Motronic or the computer for the engine, fuel injection, alarm system, which I don't think we have, ABS, and a general module or a base module, which controls like your turn signals and fuel level sensor. So then after that, we can go and activate, deactivate our running in speed. And you can see it's activated. We're just going to deactivate it. And just like that, no more 9,000 rev limiter.
Nice.
Tells you to adjust your tack if needed or shift light. And then the only other thing we're going to do is set up our service date. It should have the right date. It does. If it doesn't, it just reads it from the computer. And then we're going to set it for 6,000 miles or 1 year, whatever comes first. You'll get a little service warning.
Okay.
And you'll need the brake fluid flushed and the engine oil changed and the chain gone over. And an air filter inspection, because it'll have some kind of sprint air filter, so it'll get cleaned.
Nice.
And that's that for this computer. We just close it up, kill the key, and then we're going to jump over to our Bren Tuning handheld, Flasher Plus.
Yes.
All right, that's all we needed to do. So now we can unhook from here and go to our computer and download the file from the handheld, get it on our computer, and email it over. All right, so we're just gonna warm it up and we'll do a safety check on it. That way we can get the oil flushed out of it. All right, so we got it up to about 130, 140 degrees. It doesn't have to be scalding hot, just enough to grab all the dirt from inside the engine. And now we can drain out the oil. Seems like they finally got some Loctite on that left handle grip. It didn't loosen up anymore.
Oh, nice.
The other side would always wiggle.
Yeah.
We'd have to tighten them up. It's still tight. So we just got to pull the belly pan off of this side and then get the oil draining out.
So King David did a good job putting most of the break-in miles on this bike. Thank him so much.
Did you like it?
He did, besides the rev limiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said it was nice.
Not too much on our magnet. Pretty much normal amount of metal.
Nice.
Must not have missed any shifts. One quirky thing still is the oil filter on these. From the factory, it comes with a smaller sized oil filter. And then at the first service, they have you change to a larger size. So if you're observant and notice that your oil filter looks different after your first service, that's why. It's not much bigger, just a little bit. We'll show you the difference here in a second. So there's our short oil filter. There's the taller one. You can see it's barely taller, but the edge is a different hex shaped as compared to the little flutes. So unfortunately, if you're doing your first oil change, you need two different wrenches too. One that looks like that to get the original filter off, and then one that looks like that for the new filter. I like to run these at 36 on the street. They recommend 42 for some reason. Seems kind of high.
Yeah.
Plus, I bet you it'll be a little bit higher in temperature when you get down to Miami, so the pressure will go up a little bit. Don't see any oil leaks or signs of leaking. Brake pads still look good. Brake fluid levels are both good. Our coolant levels at the minimum. It's hard to see. It's way back up in there.
Okay.
Barely sloshing around, but all looking good. Chain seems to have held up to its name. Doesn't need any adjustment. Might just clean it off, lube it.
Yep.
Just because even though it's DLC coated, I still like to keep a little lube between the rollers and the sprockets.
Yeah.
I won't always torque an oil filter, but we'll do it this time.
Okay. Something really low?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, super low.
Super low. Put a little paint dot on it just so we know if it moves at all. It's still draining the oil there a bit. We don't have a set of spools for this bike yet, but I got a set in the shop. Something to think of when if you do purchase one of these motorcycles, see if they got spools in stock and just have them install them when they're prepping the bike.
I agree.
You can't, if you look at the bottom of the swing arm here, there's a weird triangle angle.
Yep.
So you can't really use the rear stand that has a pad because the bike will slip off of it. I've actually known a couple people who have. So you might as well just get the spools if you do your own chain maintenance or anything.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't, just get the spools. It helps save your swing arm and makes it easier for tire changes and chain maintenance. I mean, of course, only the best pit bull stand.
Of course.
We'll just use a little bit of the favorite chain cleaner. Everyone's always asking what it is. If you got a Honda dealer near you, they should have it. It should be orange.
Okay.
Say chain cleaner. This stuff really does work quite well. You can see all these rollers are coated in a dark DLC coating. They call it diamond-like coating. So it's a hard coat, so it's not supposed to wear as quickly and not supposed to even need lubrication. But I still like putting just a little bit of chain lube with Molly on there. We'll wipe most of it off, but just a little bit of something to help lubricate. All right, our oil is slowed down to a nice little drip, which is what we want to see. Make sure that crush washer's out of there. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it must have fell into the oil pan. Because you don't want to get two of those on there. That'll actually cause a leak.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it wasn't stuck to the drain plug. I hate it. 9 times out of 10, it'll stick to the drain plug. But if it doesn't, it's always nice to see it on the oil pan, then you know where it's at. Now we just got to hope it pours out when we pour the oil out. I just don't torque drain plugs. I don't know. I've done it so long, never had an issue. I feel like the torque specs are super light and don't take into account the crushing of the crush washer, where I can feel the crush washer crush and then just stop.
Yep.
Feel free to berate me, it's fine.
They won't.
Oh, you never know. Someone will be upset. And then just clean off as much residual oil as possible. There's always going to be some. Everything's hot, be careful. And then I put a mark on the drain plug just so I remember that I already tightened it, so I don't have to keep tightening it over and over again. Because you never know when someone's going to pull you away and say, hey, can you check this tire? Can you do this? Can you do
Yep.
Now we know. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
A little bit of break-in metal in that oil too, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's why we change it right away. Next recommended oil change is 6,000 miles. I like to do one in between if you can afford it.
Yeah.
If not, you can run the full 6,000. Doesn't seem to cause an issue. 5W40 full synthetic, made by Shell. We just use the BMW Advantech oil. Used to be made by Castrol, now it's made by Shell.
Okay.
Out of a drum, that way we're not filling up our garbage cans with quart bottles of oil.
Nice.
You'd be surprised how much waste that makes when you just use quart bottles. Get just under 4 quarts of oil in here, and we'll be ready for the road. All right, so you always gotta let it run for a little bit and then sit for a couple minutes, and that'll be our final oil level setting. Hopefully we don't have to take any out. I always hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Try to fill it on the short side so that doesn't happen. Easier to add than remove. All right, nice, so been sitting a couple minutes. You can see we're right below the full line, which is where I like to keep it. Okay. And we don't have any other drips or leaks, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
Let's take it out for a road ride, except I think it's pouring rain, I don't know. Maybe it stopped.
Yeah.
And then that completes the first service, ready for the open road. Nice. And hopefully ready for lots of parts to come.
Yes. Manny, in the cloak of darkness, what are you going to do today?
What's up, Eve? First of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
Always good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
you're the best.
So tell me, I know it's a hike. You came with a bang. The truck actually, the music system's amazing.
You like it? I was hoping you would, man, because I know you're an audiophile. You love music and tunes. And so I was hoping you'd like it.
Yeah, now I want to unhitch you so we go drive around and listen to music. But
we can do it.
We got work to do. So what we're going to do tonight is, it's because it's nighttime, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're going to install the new Aero exhaust, the full titanium exhaust that Aero made.
Yeah.
You guys will get to see the video, but you felt the exhaust, how light it is.
It's beautiful. It's light. I like the logo on it, the black with the arrow.
Yeah, and the style is different from what we've used before. It's not a shorty cam.
Yeah.
It's a shorty cam, but it's not a low mount exhaust. It's the higher mount.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a good change, and it's crazy, man. You know how many bikes you've done so far, the S1000s?
Yeah.
Not a single one is the same. So
yes.
This is your 10th
yes,
build series.
Yes, it is.
So we got
very significant.
Yes, it is. At least for me, it is, because you know it's a big number, and 10's my lucky number.
Oh, nice!
People didn't know.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so we're working on something to make this extremely special, and I think it's off to a good start with this exhaust. And these guys have to keep
watching.
Yeah, keep watching to see what we come up with. But I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Epic, man. It's totally epic. So stay tuned, guys, as we get Manny to do the install. But behind us, we want to show you guys the F250. Manny, what do you think of the lights and the star headliner and all that?
Everything's cool.
Yeah. The celestial stars and stuff. I think it looks really nice.
I wish people were here to hear the audio of this thing, but
yeah. Look at that. It's strobing. 650 E all over the place. You got it back here, and you got it down there in the front.
I have a nickname for it already.
Uh-oh, what is it?
The nickname's Club 650.
It is like a discotheque in here, for sure. But you know what? This made my drive down, my 24-hour drive, really enjoyable, man.
That's why you weren't picking up the calls when I was calling.
Yeah, I was rocking out.
Yeah, exactly. No, it sounds better than most of the clubs people do, probably.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So this is a little different than how Zak the Master Mechanic does it, but it's effective nonetheless. 3 human beings are working on this exhaust install. Manny, how's it going?
Good. It's probably going to be a record time to change an exhaust on an S1000.
Okay.
5 minutes and the exhaust is out already.
Nice. Michael Knight's working at it too. Nice haircut, Michael Knight.
Well, there you go. Well, just for you.
Oh, I
The
appreciate
Slovakian
it.
special. If
The
you go to a
Slovakian,
barber,
yeah.
that's what you gotta ask. You want the Slovak special.
There you go. Starting with the crap talking.
While we've got Michael Knight on the spot, how do you correctly pronounce Akrapovic?
Akrapovic.
Thank you. You're from that country, right, where it's made?
Right next to it.
Right next to it?
It's like-
What country is it made in and where are you from?
It's from Slovenia. I'm from Slovakia, so.
There we go. And it's pronounced what again?
Akrapovic.
Thank you. Hector, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, perfect. And it's going to be custom painted to resemble the classic BMW HP4.